My parents both are public school educators. We grew up middle class, but none of their friends were artists. We never went to museums, never went to galleries. I can remember my parents saying, you know, we really love you, we've raised you to be whatever you want to be when you grow up, but you can't be an artist, man. That's just not possible. Just because in their experience, they had no understanding of how or what that was. In agreement to study art, I also ended up studying education. And so I have degrees in art and education. And for a while, teaching was the way to support my art habit in terms of it was a way to have some kind of a meager income. But I think more importantly, it really helped me consider art making as a pedagogical or an educational vehicle. What I'm doing is based on people's output, whether it's writing or words or images, then that ends up dictating the future learning that we do together. So in this instance, here is this moment where they're doing an assessment of their images. And then based on that photograph, I then did a drawing and then made this piece that really features them and their work, but also has all of these other images and kind of symbols that reflect them as a community. Part of the attraction to the coloring activity book was this idea that it was a continuation of my practice, that it was another modality to express or present invitations for people to work together on something. And so with that in mind, I really conceptualized the drawings in ways where they could be original, you know, rather than completely dictate all the outcomes. I was much more interested in, like, how do I just create a structure in some instances where the sentence is left open, or the story is not completely told, or part of the role of the viewer or the participant is not just to dictate the colors in the spaces, but to make the spaces, or to finish the lines, or to really, with their own awareness, determine what they want to reflect in their own images. Theoretically, anyone could take this image and put it on acetate and on an overhead projector, draw it this big if they couldn't draw it this big, and color it in however they wanted to color it in. I definitely see that as a possibility for what's in the book. The images can be used and shared in ways that people want to. What if there was someone that does have a very sophisticated capacity around materials and color, and uses paint pens and acrylics and mediums and varnishes and oil pastels and spray enamel and other types of marker, and this really kind of complex language of values and tones.